I never thought I'd be that girl. The one who throws away a good man for something fleeting, something exciting. But here I am, writing this with a pit in my stomach, looking back on the worst decision I've ever made. My name's Emily. I'm 29 years old, and until a few months ago, I was engaged to a man named Daniel. We'd been together for 6 years. He was my rock. Steady, patient, kind to a fault. The kind of guy you marry. The kind of guy your parents adore. The kind of guy you can trust with your life. But maybe that was the problem. Because while Daniel was everything a woman should want, I felt like something was missing. And instead of working through it, instead of having an honest conversation, I betrayed him. I cheated. It started innocently enough. A few drinks with coworkers after a stressful week. I'd just wrapped up a big project and was feeling on top of the world. That's when I met Nathan. Nathan was electric. Charismatic in a way Daniel never was. He had this way of looking at you like you were the only person in the room. We flirted. I flirted back. One drink turned into 4. And before I knew it, we were kissing in the back of his car. I told myself it was a one-time thing. A stupid mistake. I swore I wouldn't see him again. But I did. Again and again. It turned into a full-blown affair. Nathan was exciting, spontaneous, dangerous. We'd sneak around like teenagers, secret hotel rooms, weekend conferences that were really just getaways with him. I was addicted to the rush, to feeling wanted in a way I hadn't in years. But the high never lasts forever. Daniel noticed. He didn't say anything at first, but I could feel the shift. He was quieter, more distant. He started asking questions: where I was, who I was with, if everything was okay. I lied through my teeth. I told myself I was protecting him, that if he never found out, it wouldn't hurt him, that I could go on like this until... What? Until I got it out of my system? Until I magically fell back in love with Daniel? I was delusional. Everything came crashing down one Friday night. I came home late, claimed I'd been out with my sister. Daniel was sitting on the couch, his face pale, his hands shaking. "I know," he said. Just 2 words. I froze. "Know what?" He didn't raise his voice. He didn't cry. He just looked at me, looked through me and said, "I know you're cheating on me." I wanted to deny it. I really did. But something in his eyes told me it was over. He'd seen the messages, the hotel receipts, the calls I thought I'd deleted. All I could say was, "I'm sorry." It was pitiful. He stood up, grabbed a small bag from the hallway. "I'm staying at my brother's. I'll send someone for the rest." And just like that, he was gone. The silence in that apartment was deafening. It's been 3 months since that night. I haven't seen Daniel since. He blocked me on everything. His friends won't talk to me. His mom, who used to call me her daughter, sent me a single text. "We're heartbroken. Please don't contact us again." Nathan, he ghosted me the second he found out Daniel knew. Said he wasn't looking for drama. Turns out he had a girlfriend the entire time. Classic. I'm alone now. I moved out of our apartment. Couldn't afford it on my own. I'm back living with my parents who don't know the full story. I told them we drifted apart. I can't even bring myself to say the words. I cheated. I destroyed something beautiful. For nothing. I see Daniel's life online. He's not private like me. He's traveling, going to the gym, smiling in pictures with people I don't recognize. He looks free. He looks happy. And I'm drowning in regret. I miss him. Not just the comfort or the routine. I miss him. His stupid dad jokes, the way he'd leave me little notes in my lunchbox, how he'd warm up my side of the bed on cold nights. I thought I wanted more, but more turned out to be less. So much less. If you're reading this and you're where I was, feeling bored, restless, unfulfilled, talk to your partner. Be honest. Be brave. Don't do what I did. Don't burn down your house because you saw a flicker of fire somewhere else. Some mistakes can't be undone. Some people you don't get back. I don't expect sympathy. I don't even know why I'm posting this. Maybe just to scream into the void. Maybe to remind someone out there that cheating isn't glamorous. It's not empowering. It's not some romantic escape. It's a betrayal. And the fallout? It will haunt you. I live with what I did every day. And the worst part isn't losing Daniel. It's knowing I chose to lose him. For nothing. Just nothing. I tried to move on. I downloaded dating apps, made a profile, got all dolled up and forced myself to go out with strangers who looked nothing like Daniel and cared even less. I told myself I was doing the whole single and empowered thing. But it was all fake. Every date felt like a poor imitation of what I had. Every smile a reminder of the warmth I threw away. I'd laugh and flirt and then come home to cry into my pillow like some cliché breakup montage. I stopped after the third guy told me, "You seem like you're not really over someone." He was right. I wasn't. I'm still not. The worst part is the questions I keep asking myself over and over. Why didn't I just talk to him? Why didn't I say, "Hey, I'm feeling stuck," or "Can we try something new together?" Why was I too cowardly to face the truth of what I was feeling with the person I claimed to love? Maybe it's because part of me wanted to sabotage it. Maybe I didn't feel worthy of the kind of love Daniel gave me. Maybe I was looking for a reason to blow it up so I wouldn't have to deal with my own unhappiness. I don't know. I really don't. All I know is I had something rare. Something most people would kill for. And I let it rot from the inside out. People don't talk enough about the aftermath of cheating. Not the scandal, not the drama, but the emptiness. The way it eats at you. The way it changes how you look at yourself in the mirror. I thought I was a good person. Not perfect, but good. I helped my friends. I supported my family. I volunteered at the animal shelter on Sundays, for God's sake. But now? Now I see someone capable of lying, of sneaking around, of looking a man who adored me in the eye and saying, "Nothing's going on," while I had another man's touch still lingering on my skin. It makes you question everything. I've started therapy. My therapist says I need to work on self-awareness, self-compassion, self-forgiveness. But how do you forgive yourself for being the villain in someone else's story? How do you sit with the knowledge that the person you hurt will carry that pain into their future relationships? That they'll question their worth, their trust, their instincts because of you? It's unbearable some days. I reached out to Daniel once. Just once. I wrote this long, apologetic email. I didn't beg for him back. I didn't make excuses. I just told him I was sorry. Truly, deeply sorry. That I understood why he left. That I hoped he was healing. He never responded. But I know he read it. I saw the read notification. I stared at my screen for hours after that, hoping he'd say something, even if it was just, "I hate you." But there was nothing. Just silence. Maybe that's what I deserve. The silence. The not knowing. I bumped into a mutual friend last week. Erica. We hadn't spoken since the breakup, but we used to be close. I asked her how Daniel was doing, bracing for the worst. She gave me this look. Not cruel, just sad. Like I was someone she used to feel sorry for, but now she didn't even know what to feel. "He's doing good," she said carefully. "He's seeing someone." That felt like a punch to the gut. I smiled, pretended to be happy for him, and changed the subject as fast as I could. But that night, I cried harder than I have in months. Because of course he is. Of course he moved on. He didn't betray anyone. He didn't destroy trust. He didn't throw away 6 years for a few nights of ego and adrenaline. She probably doesn't flinch when he touches her. She probably doesn't second guess every sweet word that leaves his mouth. She gets the best version of him, the version I broke into pieces and he had to put back together. I wonder if she knows about me, if she knows what I did, if she's helping him heal, or if he keeps that part of himself locked away now. Either way, I don't blame him. If I were him, I wouldn't look back either. Some nights I still dream about him. I dream I walk into our old apartment and he's waiting for me, arms open, saying he forgives me, that we can start over. I wake up drenched in sweat, heart pounding, the fantasy dissolving into cold, unforgiving reality. We don't get second chances. Not with betrayals like this. The only thing I can do now is be better. Own it. Talk about it. Help others not make the same mistake. That's why I'm writing this. Not for pity. Not for redemption. But because if even one person sees themselves in my story, feels that itch of temptation, that boredom, that craving for validation, and thinks, maybe I should talk to my partner instead, then maybe my story won't be a total waste. Maybe the pain will mean something. I'm not proud of who I was, but I'm trying to be proud of who I'm becoming. And maybe, just maybe, one day I'll be able to look someone in the eye again and say, I've made terrible mistakes, but I've grown from them. Until then, I keep putting one foot in front of the other, alone, but honest. And that's a start. It's been almost a year now. The dust has mostly settled. I no longer check Daniel's socials obsessively. I no longer torture myself imagining their relationship. I still think about him, more often than I'd like. But the tears come less now. I found a journal entry from 2 years ago the other day, when Daniel and I were apartment hunting. We were so excited, dreaming about paint colors, arguing over whether to get a dog or a cat first. Reading it gutted me. I felt like I was watching ghosts dance. But I kept reading. And instead of letting the guilt consume me, I let it teach me. Remind me that love is sacred, that trust is fragile, and that once it's broken, no amount of sorry can patch it back to the way it was. Would I do anything to go back and change things? Of course. But life doesn't give us rewinds, only lessons. And mine was this. If you're unhappy in your relationship, cheating won't fix it. It'll just break two hearts instead of one.